I move for no man, no man, no man, no man, no man.
Call it a draw.
Man.
Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Just a
More
flesh
than-
I did hang a few cool things on the wall though. That one wall was drillable. You see what's on there?
Gary, look at you.
Yeah, let's
I
see a
like
little
it.
Liquor cabinet action. Okay.
It's starting to look like a
house?
successful young man lives there, not a college student.
Now that not
Ouch.
so much.
Yeah. So yeah. So half of your apartment looks decent, and then the other half looks like shit. So I guess you're what, like 30% done?
Yeah, sure. I
Have you
keep trying to get more shit done, but like I said, dude, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hang everything up today, and then I started testing all the walls. I tried to drill holes in all the walls, and I fucking hit cement everywhere.
Dude, have you brought any females over to the apartment?
I haven't banged anybody in this apartment yet. Listen, not everything in life is either booty call or fucking girlfriend, man. You know, there's an in between. Sometimes you meet people. You know,
What's that
it's not
called?
all plowing
Plowing fields?
or fucking killing everybody. You know.
What do we call that? The in-betweeners.
Well, to me, everybody's an in-betweener, unless they've already
Just
proven
friends.
themselves to be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
If they've already
which-
proven themselves to be absolutely insane and they're no longer on the roster for potentially going any further than just fucking, then yeah. But you know, if they're relatively mentally healthy and they're not gonna fucking absolutely ruin my life, they're always on the potential board for, you know, something more than whatever they are.
This is another chance at life. So you could have an awesome, and now that you're famous with this podcast, you can have like a roster, like a stable of hoes.
Stable, huh?
Hmm. And some
the
can be
opportunity.
award winning, and you're number one. What do you call that? A mayor?
There he is.
Yo, yo, yo.
Flip it, Chris. Look at
Chris is
Rocky
looking
over
fucking-
here.
Chris is looking fucking chiseled today. Fucking tough. He sent us to try to intimidate us prior to doing the podcast. He sent us a video of him fucking
You gotta
check
flip
hooking
it.
motherfucker into oblivion.
I just was trying to see what kind of date you guys are having.
Bro, is that one of your training partners?
Yeah.
So you just fuck them up like that?
Dude, this is boxing's different. Boxing's a lot different than MMA and kickboxing. I don't know. MMA, the sparring's a lot lighter. Boxing's not really like that.
Yo, watch Chris send that video over to World Star.
No. Bro, if the only of those I have, forget it. It's every sparring.
You just gotta Photoshop Jake Paul's face on the video and you're good to go.
Oh.
Famous.
Oh.
Famous. Insta famous. My computer's on the fritz. Where does that saying come from, by the way? Fritz, what does that mean?
No idea.
On the fritz.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Fritz is a name. Like my sister-in-law's father's name was Fritz. I wonder if there's any relation.
Not sure.
What
Maybe I'm making shit up. I don't know.
maybe you are. Are you Chris, you're fighting this month?
Looking at end of next month.
Hmm.
So Feb.
That's got to be frustrating.
Yes, but pandemics are frustrating as well. So.
Yeah.
That's true.
Would you say that you're like, would you be ready to fight this weekend? Are
No.
you like, no?
No.
So
I
how
would
much
need,
how much more time do you need to like peak?
I'd be good with another 4 weeks. So I would have 3 more weeks of solid sparring and then a week to make weight.
Okay, so did you pull back on training
I did.
when
Yeah.
did you get notice that your fight was moved?
equivalent of what I used to do at 7-Eleven when I was fucking 8, and I would walk over to the soda machine and just fucking put everything into the cup, and I thought it was delicious.
What's it topped off with? Like Coke?
Who the fuck knows?
Don't they
No
put
idea.
something like to off-put like some of the alcohol in that? It's got a bunch of shit. Okay.
I don't know. Chris is just frozen in the most perfect smiling face right now for me. I don't
That
know
was
about
that
you
was
guys.
hilarious. I
It
saw
was
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful face you were frozen in for a minute there.
It looked almost on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Was I
That would have
frozen?
been
Yeah.
great. We should fuck with each other every once in a while and just
And go, Gary, what about you? What did you do for New Year's?
New Year's. So we kind of just hung out at Gord's house, lit off some fireworks. We had some
Puerto
dinner.
Rico? Here?
Yeah.
Over there?
So Gord was like, hey, nothing was planned as usual. So Gord's like, hey, I think we're going to have some guys over the house. And he's like, we're going to order some pizzas, but they have a curfew out here and it's New Year's. So it's like, dude, it's going to be fucking tough. Like, it was like already like 7:30, 8 p.m. I'm like, dude, I don't think so, man.
And what was the curfew?
It's like 9. So forgetting the curfew, like, all right, so there's so many tiers to this. It's like the curfew's one of them. The next tier is it's fucking 8 p.m. The next tier is how many other people are thinking of fucking ordering pizzas right now. And then the final tier is how many places are actually still fucking open New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, this late, to even be functioning. So anyway, nothing was open. I tried to find everything that would deliver. So thankfully, like I'm one to do, I just had massive amounts of meat in my freezer. So I just broke that shit out and saved the day with a fucking meat fest. But yeah, we killed it, dude. We had all kinds of stuff. We had they call it like churrasco out here, which I guess is just like skirt steak.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
And I had that all seasoned out with chimichurri and stuff. And then there's a great place called La Hacienda out here that does all the seasonings and stuff for me. So I don't have to season shit anymore. I just buy all the meat pre-seasoned and then I cook it and it's good to go.
Sick.
So we had like a feast. We had that. His mom Trish tried to order. I think she was trying to order prime rib, and they didn't understand what she was saying. Trish, as well as Big Gord. Well, Big Gord used to be, but they both have this thing, and I'm sure like a lot of other people with parents from this generation have experienced this, that are American anyway, have experienced this, where they go to a foreign country and it's like they know that everybody speaks a different language, but they don't act like they know it. She shows up to like a supermarket and just tries to communicate in English and is surprised by the fact that you can't communicate in English. And it's like,
it's called I can't believe you don't know English syndrome.
It's like, well, no shit. Like, you know what I mean? You're talking to like a fucking 60-year-old fucking butcher in the back of a Puerto Rican deli. Like, yeah, no, he doesn't fucking know English. So she thought it was prime rib, but I think it was roast beef. But it ended up being fucking delicious. That was good.
Turned out well.
I had like a whole bunch of random vegetables and shit that we cooked up too, and some chicken. So, I mean, it was a good day, dude. And then we had fireworks. We had one of the guys bring over a fucking mortar. So anytime you have a mortar, just for people that are not really aware of like fireworks, if you have a fucking like metal cylinder that you're firing fucking shit out of, those are serious fireworks. Like we're talking like commercial grade fire. That shit's gonna fucking explode. It's gonna be a loud blast, and that shit's going sky high and exploding into a giant, burst. So we were rocketing those off in the front lawn, and like out here in Puerto Rico, that's what everybody's doing. So like there's just fireworks going off everywhere for hours and hours and hours. So that was a good time, man. I had a good one.
Did all of you guys sleep over at Gordon's house?
No, I actually had to. I'm trying to think. Where did I go? Because I feel like I left. No, I didn't leave early. Somebody drove us home. I forget who drove us home. Maybe Ethan or somebody that wasn't absolutely fucked.
You guys violated curfew?
Yeah, curfew's like not that serious. It's like a very, especially on a holiday like that. Like, I don't know. I guess they can give you a ticket, but
have you
it's not
seen
like
any
they're
cops
not going
out?
to take you to jail, you know?
Are there like a lot of cops out over there?
Yeah, but they're a little bit more busy dealing with cartels and gun violence. So,
Okay.
it's,
Gotcha.
curfews are not really their, Gordon sent me over some videos today, like in the middle of the highway where fucking cartels were like fucking popping off on police officers and shit. So it's just, I think they got their hands full with other shit.
Is Dominican still tight, Frank?
Yeah, dude. I mean, they
Because they will arrest you over there, right?
yeah, they'll arrest you, but I have a permit, like special permit.
Ooh, how'd you get your special permit, Frankie?
Don't ask.
But
But effective today, they so from Monday to Friday, businesses have to be shut down by 5 p.m.
okay.
and then you could transit up to 8 p.m. So it used to be 7 p.m. and now it's 8 p.m. And then during the weekends, businesses could be open up until 11, and then you can transit up until 3 p.m.
They actually bumped us up to 11 now.
Sucks. Yeah,
We're up
that's
to 11
like
p.m. now. It was
fucking-
9 for a bit.
so for like a couple of weekends, people have to be in lockdown Saturday and Sunday by fucking noon. Can you imagine that? That's crazy.
Wild.
That's
It's
wild.
very stupid.
Are your numbers high? Like, what's going on down there?
Well, after Christmas, everybody went crazy over here, especially like in the hoods, and yeah, COVID cases started rising very fast. So the president panicked and implemented something very strict.
Speaking of fucking strict rules, I've been having a hell of a time trying to get furniture in this fucking apartment. Every time I try to get something delivered, the apartment complex has like rules. Hey, you can only deliver from like fucking 9 to 5, and you got to let us know. You got to give us a fucking security deposit. So the most recent one, man, I've been trying to get mattresses for forever. In Puerto Rico, apparently mattresses, it's just like impossible to go fucking drive somewhere and pick up mattresses. They're like, oh yeah, well, we'll deliver them. It's going to take like 4 to 6 weeks, but yeah, we'll deliver them. Oh, I need a fucking mattress now, motherfuckers. Like I'm
What are
sleeping
you
in
sleeping on?
I was sleeping in an air mattress that like, as I slowly fall asleep, I just fold into a hammock kind of fucking style. Like it would deflate as I was sleeping. So I was only tolerating that for so fucking long. And I was like, all right, I need a fucking mattress. So finding the mattress was hell. And then, I had to get somebody with a truck to bring them over here. So I'm out in Miami and I have somebody that out of the kindness of their heart is fucking helping me out, and they get a truck and they fucking go bring it and shit. Apparently they even got like the guy like found somebody with a flatbed like truck and everything, like the whole fucking nine, and brought the mattresses over here. And my fucking apartment complex is like, oh, sorry, it's Sunday. You're not allowed to fucking deliver anything on Sunday. So I'm in Fort Lauderdale at the time, ready to get on an airplane. So I pick up the phone when the apartment complex calls me, and they're like, you can't deliver things. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not there, so do whatever the fuck you have to do. I don't even know why you're calling me if we can't do it. Just do whatever you're going to do, and see you later.
What do you mean?
So
So they who delivered the mattress? Your friend?
Just a friend of mine, yeah. So
and they just told him to like leave, right?
Yeah, they turn them around. The third time this has happened, by the way, of me trying to deliver just normal shit to the house. Like, we're not even talking about like mattresses. It's not even possible to fucking ruin walls with that. Like, they're worried you're going to fuck up the apartment or something, and you're going to have to pay money. Whatever, it's not like you don't know where I live, motherfucker. You can knock on my door and get the fucking money. But anyway, so in the other time they stopped us, it was like boxes. So immediately I'm enraged. I'm already like pissed. I'm like, dude, like the weekend, you're telling me the weekend, the time people have to like do shit like this, one of those days is just completely off limits and you can't deliver anything on that day. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. So I fucking texted Gordon as soon as I landed. I was like, Gordon, this is one of those times where you need to do me a favor. And it's like, it's probably like not what we should do, but we're doing it anyway. He's like, okay, I got you. What's up? And I was like, I was like, we're smuggling mattresses into my apartment tonight.
How many mattresses?
3 mattresses, queen size. And so Gordon's got like a little fucking Toyota. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like it's like a truck, but it's a smaller truck. So we like stack these mattresses high up. We fucking get some ratchet straps and shit.
On the
And
roof.
I'm like, I don't know what extent they're prepared to try to enforce these rules, but whatever it is, like we're doing it.
I'm
like
willing to go further than them.
If we have to throw these mattresses over the fucking fence, we're throwing them over the fence. Like these mattresses are getting in my house tonight. Fucking whether I have to get gunned down in police fire or not, like whatever it is that has to happen is happening.
I don't want to see that
So
headline at all.
describe like security over there in your gated community.
It's
so we can
literally
get a
like
better picture.
at any given point in time, it's literally just like one dork in a golf cart, and that's it. Like it's
Okay,
just.
how do you get in though?
There's a big iron gate that has to recline on
Okay.
on like a chain link, and then or maybe it swings open. I don't know. And then there's like one of those little fucking plastic things that swings open.
So
now,
there's two
now
things that open.
when my friend delivered the mattress, he didn't have the thing that lets you in as a resident.
Okay.
So when I got back home, I was able to get that from my buddy. So we had the thing. So we were actually able to go in. I didn't know if they were going to be able to stop us or not. Like I didn't know if they had something to block
Once
the signal.
the gates are open, all hell breaks loose.
So we got in, but then of course Mr. fucking loser in his golf cart gets excited and he fucking starts tailing us as we're driving these fucking mattresses over. So he's like, the mattress, you can't. I'm like, I gotta go to sleep, dude. Like I need to sleep on a mattress. I'm getting this mattress into my house. And he's like, and I'm like, call the police, find me, do what you need to do. What's that?
Were you cussing him out?
I didn't curse him out. I don't feel the need. It's not his fault. He's trying to enforce fucking bullshit apartment rules. Whatever. So I'm just like, listen, you do whatever you have to do on your end. You call the police, you find me, you do whatever you need to do. But these mattresses are going in my house. I was like, if you're prepared to fight me, you need to be prepared to fight me, I guess.
Did this guy speak like decent English or?
He pretended like he didn't know English, but then he started speaking fluent English. So it made no fucking sense. He's like, do you speak Spanish? And like in English, in perfect English. Do you speak Spanish? And I'm like, no, I don't speak Spanish. And then he's like, yeah, you can't bring the mattresses in. You see what I mean? Like it was a perfectly clear English sentence, like with no hesitation.
Gary's like, yeah, I know Spanish. Cállate la boca, puta.
So I'm just like, dude, these mattresses are going in. So he just goes and just drives away. Now, 5 minutes after this fucking happens, my power goes out.
Oh my god.
But nobody else's power goes out.
Ooh.
These motherfuckers
100%
turned my power off because I fucking delivered these mattresses to my house, and that was their fucking flex on me to try to get me to listen.
How long?
So I had to move more shit in my refrigerator and fucking everything, you know.
How long? No power.
For 9.5 hours, from 12:30 to 9:30.
That's a long time.
Or sorry, 9 hours. 12:30 to 9:30.
Did anything get ruined in your fridge?
I brought it all over to a friend who lives in this apartment complex, and he just put it in his fridge. So.
What dicks? So did you sleep in there with like no air and anything?
I have a fucking lantern I popped open, and I fucking set up my bed with my new fucing mattresses, and I fucking slept like a fucking baby, even though it was hot as balls because there's no AC.
Shit. Well,
as far as I'm concerned, it was a win. My fucking, obviously you see lights now. So my power got restored this morning. So fuck it.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, I said a thing that is going to offend you. Yeah. Oh, you want me to apologize about it? No, I'm not. Go fuck yourself. Like, that's just how I talk, or like whatever the case. Like, I kind of like that swagger, and people don't appreciate
if you
gives
want
a
to smoke.
fuck?
If you want to
I
be
think
fat,
you're a
I
bad
don't care.
person. I don't think you're a bad person if you're fat or if you smoke. Like any of
Don't tell me
those
it's
things.
healthy. Don't tell me it's healthy.
Unless you're hurting, unless whatever it is that you're doing is actively hurting other people, I don't really give a fuck. Like, do whatever it is that you're doing. You know?
Have you guys heard like the rumors about UFOs finally appearing in 2021?
I just want to understand how we got to that shift in conversation, but
Frankie said
let's talk about it.
Just like weird shit happening, weird shit happening. Like
That was the least smooth conversational shift I've ever heard.
I gotta go pee. I can still hear you though. Go ahead.
Speaking of
obesity.
Have you ever been anal probed?
UFOs are going to take care of this obesity problem, Gary. That's where I was getting at.
Well, they did used to abduct cows, so that makes sense.
That was insensitive.
Oh, Chris is still on the audio. He's just not on the video.
Yeah, he's like, are we going to actually hear him taking the lead
I hope
now?
we get to hear him fucking fart or shit or something.
This is the audio of Chris in the bathroom.
Squeeze.
Right now. It's like he's got a hot mic.
Hot mic.
You didn't go pee. You were fixing your
That was
hair.
relatively silent, man. Wow.
Have you guys heard of this?
Bring it on.
UFOs 2021?
I mean, like I said, Trump's out of office, Biden's boring, so let's bring on the aliens. That'll be fun.
Sure.
I saw that in the COVID relief bill that they signed, there was like something that said that they had to declare what they knew about UFOs or some shit like that. Like something had to be brought out to light.
That's so wild that this is like coming out that way. Like it's in bills. Like the government has 100% is like covering it now. It's been hiding it for 30 years, 40 years, and now it's like literally covering it in the media.
Yeah. So listen to this in the bill. U.S. intelligence agencies have 180 days to share what they know about UFOs. How crazy is that? It was in the fucking COVID relief bill.
It's so interesting the shit that they're allowed. Like, they're allowed to like just stuff into bills. Like, I don't know, man. I think that I feel like it makes sense for there to be, and I don't know how the fuck. Like, I understand roughly how the government system works, but like, I don't really, as far as bills are concerned, the fact that you're able to just take something that's centralized around the particular topic and then stuff something in like, hey, you got to tell everybody about UFOs is insane. That shouldn't be allowed. And it's part of the reason that these bills take so long to get passed sometimes. And people don't realize it because they're like, oh, well, so-and-so voted against such and such bill, against pedophilia. And it's like, well, yeah, because stuffed into the bill, was some other crazy shit or like something like that. And it's like, it's not fair. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. Like, it shouldn't. There's no. Yeah. You got to like one step at a time, guys. Let's do a UFO bill later. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Gary.
You guys have never read a boxing contract. There's a lot of shit slipped in there.
That's true. That's true. Fight contracts are insane, dude. They stuff all kinds of crazy shit in there.
Oh, everything.
Gary.
It's wild.
So you see the randomness between UFOs and COVID, UFOs and fat chick. See that? See that? See how I brought it in? See how I brought it in?
Nice.
That's where I was getting at.
He's been playing.
Nice.
I've been planning it all night.
Is that because UFO now stands for unidentified fat object as opposed to?
So all right. So what do you guys think? What is your thoughts on UFOs? Were they here? Did they set us up? Are we UFOs? Like, are we aliens? Like, gonna be aliens? Turn into aliens? Do we used to be aliens? What do you guys think?
So I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast this guy that made like a documentary about a spaceship landing in an African tribe or in an African school, and everyone in the school had a testimony saying that it was true. How crazy is that? And that the aliens communicated telepathically with them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So
I mean,
there's thoughts that we're actually progressing to the point where we are going to be aliens. Like we used to have more hair, our body hair is coming off. Like we're getting weaker as we progress and evolve. And like certain things are just going to go away. Like we're not going to need strength. Our minds we're going to meld with computers and AI and all that. And like aliens are just a more advanced version of humans.
And the head alien is Elon Musk.
I love him.
I think
He's guiding us towards this.
I don't really understand all the hate towards him. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't get that either. He's awesome.
It's very strange.
I think he's awesome, but his social cues and
he's
like
weird.
the way he communicates and the way that he thinks about stuff, it's like he's very odd.
Yeah.
How many geniuses have you met? They're all like that. Every genius, every really, really brilliant person I've ever met is socially a little off.
Yeah, they're a little off, but I think that this guy is like the offest of all.
I'll tell you one thing about UFOs and like aliens that I believe is I personally believe that all of the depictions and things that we use to describe them and all of these things, I think just based off of like mathematics and chance, probability, whatever the case may be, the likelihood that whatever other intelligent life exists out there is anything like us is so tiny. So like the idea that like this little green man is out there is insane to me. Like, oh, you think that the other intelligent life that might exist in the universe looks like almost like a human and just has like a slightly bigger head and bigger eyes? Like, how fucking unimaginative is that?
And no genitals.
Dude, whatever this other fucking entity might be, and every so often, like you'll see a science fiction movie that gets a little bit closer to kind of what I'm talking about. Whatever this entity might be, like I believe that whatever it is that's out there is likely unfathomable to human beings. I think that whatever it is that exists that's more intelligent than us or whatever the case may be, communicates in a way that's unfathomable to us. It looks in a way that's probably unfathomable to us. All of these things. The idea that we think that it's going to look or act or think like anything that exists on this earth, I think is insane.
I'm thinking that they're going to be like the Independence Day movie where they're kind of octopus head things. And I'm really happy that Will Smith is still alive because
I'm with Chris.
We're going to need him. We're going to need him if
I'm with Chris.
Day. Well, you said in 180 days, which pretty much is 4th of July, which means Independence Day is when it's happening.
It's going to happen.
Like
okay, so
I figured it out, guys.
So I got a question for you. Do you think, let's go with Garry first. Do you think the aliens are going to eventually reveal themselves to us?
Okay. So if there's intelligent life out there and we're at the stage that we're at, I think that in all likelihood, the chances that we are the most intelligent species that exists is unlikely, highly unlikely. Probably it's much more likely that there's some other species that's ahead of us. So I think it's more likely that they get to us before we get to them.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
I think they're waiting for the time to step in and they're going to wipe us out and start over. I feel like we're you know, remember the animals?
Right now's the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Remember the ant farm. So you have a ant farm when you were a kid? That's what I feel like we are to them. We're an ant farm.
Yeah. I just recalled something that one of the testimonies or several of the testimonies said. So one of these beings had a message, and it was that we will be building a weapon that will destroy our civilization. So I think they were giving, I don't even know why they, if it's even true, but I mean, there were a lot of people that testified to this, why they targeted that specific village in Africa to communicate this message to them. I'm not sure. I don't know what
I
that
love
could
this
be.
shit. I've watched a lot of documentaries on it, and you know they say that there was a big uptick in UFO activity once we shot the nuclear bomb off in Hiroshima. Like that's when everything kind of started, because they were kind of like I said, like they were watching over us, and then we started to split the atom, and they're like, whoa, these these stupid ass monkeys that we taught how to like make tools really stepped it up a notch, and this could be dangerous. Let's get involved now. So watch them a little closer.
I concur.
Because
Man, scary
splitting
shit.
atoms and blowing off nuclear bombs, that's a big deal. Like we could literally blow up planets at this point. So we are dangerous beyond just Earth.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you've been enjoying our content and want to help us out, hook us up with a review on iTunes and subscribe to our channels, YouTube and iTunes. Thanks.
All right, current events.
Eyewitness News, where news comes first.
Dr. Dre is in intensive care. So
I
he
heard
was,
about that.
yeah, he's been there for a week. He was rushed to the hospital after suffering a brain aneurysm. And the real doctors were trying to figure out what happened.
That's rough. The real doctor. So brain aneurysm, that's different than a stroke. A brain aneurysm. Right?
I think it's like when you have like bleeding and like a brain hemorrhage, no?
Busted blood
Yeah,
vessel.
like a blood vessel explode and
But isn't that kind of what a stroke is?
From what I understand with an aneurysm, is this is something that just exists in you naturally. You just have like a weakened blood vessel.
Yeah.
And at some point in your life, it could be completely random. It could be at 8 years old, or it could be at 45 that something happens and that shit just explodes, and you're fucking.
yeah.
You know,
I think
comes in your brain.
a stroke can happen from like a clogged artery.
Yeah, so I think it's like a clog, and then an aneurysm. is
Yeah,
like
strokes are
something
definitely clot related. That's what happened to my grandma. So.
Hey Gary, did you guys ever find out what happened to Big Gord? Like
no, I haven't really asked. I haven't really asked Gordon about it much.
Is
it's
he
kind
still
of
like really sad?
I mean, it's hard to say. So, Gordon is actually not that bad as far as being outgoing is concerned. Like he'll talk to you, but he's not unbelievably emotionally available. If that's surprising to anybody, I don't know.
No. He looks like he's very like
surprises the shit out of anybody, but
he's very shelled.
Emotions other than anger are not often found in Gordon. So it's we haven't had like amazing deep conversations about the whole deal, and I'm not going to bring up like, hey, like what happened, or whatever the case may be.
Of course.
If he wants to talk about it, like whenever we're talking about it, then he'll bring it up. But I'll just say this, like, Big Gord has not been the picture of health for a long time. He has not taken care of himself the way that one would attempt to take care of himself if they expected longevity out of their life. So let's just say that.
Do you know how old he was, Gary?
How old? I mean, he was probably in his 60s, but probably like early 60s. Could be wrong about that. But he certainly wasn't 70.
Okay.
So the talking about Capitol Hill and Trump, the golf organization made the announcement Sunday that they're taking away the 2022 PGA Championship at the Trump National Golf Bedminster in New Jersey in the wake of the riots, which was like a really big championship tournament. So it was
Trump's
like
just getting canceled everywhere, huh?
Yeah, so I think, man, he's probably gonna
cancel culture. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cancel
I wonder what his life after. Well, he still has like a lot of people that love him. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's still super rich, so
Yeah.
he'll be all right. He can go buy an island and live there.
I'm definitely not worried about him in any way, any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I am not worried about that motherfucker.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. They should have every right to. I don't give a fuck. Fucking cancel whatever.
I hope he becomes a stand-up comedian because he's so fucking funny.
You imagine that? He like goes on tour.
I'd
Who he should tour with? The that pastor that's fucking crazy. The one that said COVID be gone, and he blows on it. So on our last video,
I have an opening for fucking Donald Trump. Maybe it's the opening act.
He'll be the opener. I have a really cool fan comment from our last video when we were talking about like eating ass.
Yeah.
So this guy says, perhaps Gary's handlebar mustache is merely a gasket for the taint. I thought We got some very
Very intuitive listeners that we have
that's
here.
very creative people.
Our
Writing
listeners
us.
are pretty funny. They,
Yeah.
They say some shit.
Dude, love it. Well, thank you for that.
We just got to get more people to listen, and we'll probably get some really good stuff.
Yep. All right, mofos. I'll talk to you
All
guys
right,
I
later
move
next week.
Happy
Okay.
New Year.
for no
Peace,
man,
doggies.
no
Guys, love you both.
man, no man, no